3, 2, 1. Let's cook. You go, oh, Grape Pear leaving the phone outside at the start. That's interesting. I mean, I guess the phone doesn't get too much use. I'm gonna see how teams are setting things up. Things a little different styles again. I mean, we had Dummy Dumpling we were shoutcasting for before. So they're coming back at it again here. A little similar setup to what they had. It's starting to look like. But I know 2 hobs is a lot better than 1 oven. We are cooking steaks. So getting those hobs and getting that plated food to customers as fast as possible is going to be nice. With Grape Pear getting the early start again. Pre-cooking steaks, cleaning messes as you go. Take it. Ooh. Yeah, these early well done orders are definitely gonna hurt. But yeah. A little bumping around, keeping some close-ish rolls. So very teamwork-based kitchen. There's a little division of labor. Yeah, the goal here, yeah, it's to get as far as you can or fastest the franchise, or as far as possible within the hour. So see, I think the farthest some teams had gone in the first round was day 11. So we'll see how we do. Steaks, little tough one. There's a lot of options and stuff near the start, which kind of hurts you throughout the run. But as sort of first food for most people, you kind of get a lot of practice in it. There you go. Pretty close, just like a half a bar almost away from each other here. Go. Oh, giving that right to that single person instead. Nice smart way, but just waiting on these steaks up top. Oh. Hard to see. Oh. There you go. That was a little close to go day 1 is a little risky. Outside patience for Grape Pears, not the happiest, but they have some really well done looking steaks there. Say little light boost that Dumpy Dumplings gives themselves to by having the hobs having an open back. It sort of increases the area where the mess could spawn. Because I believe it was like a 1 in 10, or there was a 1, 2, or 3 in 10 chance that they would make a mess from the hobs. So there's some odd ways it works. But like it'll sort of pick an open space, and unfortunately when you have less open spaces around your stoves, it's going to pick the ones you want to walk in. Just getting it. They just need a well done steak to finish off their day. Oh, there goes. Just nice. Really interesting to see that difference between dividing the jobs and keeping them together. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Going instant service over chips. Not sure, I might have missed what card Dummy Dumplings went for. I'll have to sort of take some peeks around to see what it is. Ooh. Oh, and those cards spawning outside still. Might be worth it to try to change that setting at the start of the day. to spawn them inside. Makes it a little harder to renovate, but for sure on this map with such a bad door placement can help in the long run. I believe it might be an accessibility or it might be a game setting on where these stuff spawn. But, it's a funny RNG in cards too. Getting that discount desk over a research desk is a funny one. Well, we'll see. You have a lot of counter space. Getting that extra fourth table to seat their customers with instant service. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know why they're looking to take orders. They're already gonna yell them out. There you go. So I guess instant service does help a bit where you can be where you're cooking. Might be a good benefit to steak, actually, just to know what you need pretty early on instead of having to run back and forth. Oh. Okay. Looks like a little bit. Maybe they use some phone. Just when everybody coming in. He was just slowly washing dishes up between. There we go. Dummy Dumplings are really trying to push for a little earlier lead here, it feels like. A lot of having a dedicated chef does help them organize what they need next. And just trying to have one of each steak at least prepared. I know there's times they're having two of each. Can help in the long run, especially if you organize that space for it, where when you're sort of sharing the hobs, you might bump into each other a bit trying to get to the same thing. So let's see. There you go, just a little bit of bumps in between. Oop. Just trying to get some plates from the stack. Oh. Dummy Dumpling getting a starter though. Meat soup, at least the only new thing really is onions in a pot. That's really coming into the mix, so shouldn't hopefully need too much of a remodel. But just trying to put stuff in the right spot. Might be a little tougher. They move. Oh, they're putting research to outside. It does have a table of one there right now. Seeing it's gonna be a little bit of a pain trying to go back and forth to get to stuff. It's tough. Wow, that is a lot of really cooked steaks. Again, this turbo uses a lot of RNG. And unfortunately for this RNG, steaks also like doubles it. But getting that beautiful serve, just passing those two dishes from one end of the table to the other. Just a professional restaurant style right there. Yeah, just getting those last steaks. They got the well done they need. They do just need that second plate, or last plate, we should say now. There you go. Putting it right beside the hamster is a little messy. Whoop. There we go. In day 3, making $111 for the day between roast potatoes or blindfolded chefs. I mean, shouting at you, hidden progress. Okay, I guess that's the choice to go. I guess they're maybe not steak and potatoes kind of people. You know. Let's see how this meat soup is gonna be handled. Getting a big plate stack is a nice call. Bring in a mop too. I guess that should help with a bit of the hob issues. See if they're gonna save that hob or buy that hob. Oh, I do see a great play coming in, I believe. There you go. Early display stand is beautiful for steak. That should give a pretty good boost to a certain whatever type of steak they want to automate, or whatever type of steak they want to cook more of. Should get a really nice boost out of it. Oh, using the dining room area as some extra storage. See, keeping the big... Oh. Just dedicating only one plate stack, too. Let's see. Is looking a little rough for Dummy Dumpling now. Getting close to no yellow bar there. Just serving slow. And there's our first reset with about 10 minutes down. 50 odd, or almost 50 minutes to go. There you go, this sort of second round here. It's tough. Oh, also going for a display stand purchase now. Okay. This is a pretty good call. Ooh, is he putting a rare steak on? That should help. It does take a little bit more focus than a well done steak to just sort of babysit and watch it a little more, but it'll speed up the process a lot. There you go. There you go. Is looking closer to one person's cooking, one person's cleaning and serving. Where? There. Oh, there we go. Now they're cooking and serving. Really going through all the steaks. Do you see some research done? Oh, they're going for a Dummy Dumpling just to make 2 pots of soup early on. It's an interesting choice. I'm not sure if it was really changed, but some people take the orders when they walk in. Is sort of when they try to start thinking of some of them. So trying to get that display stand filled pretty early is always more worth it to me. So we'll see what kind of steak they're going to try to put on theirs. There you go. Okay, they're also going to go for a rare steak on the display stand. It's probably smart. Just trying to get as many rares in and through as possible. It could be nice. A little bit of that patience down there for the bottom tables getting tough. Maybe a little bit of regrets that they only kept the 1 plate stack. Go. I will say steak is definitely a harder dish to start off with than turkey. The teams, it's looking like they're feeling it a little bit more. There's a lot more pressure at the start. For turkey, it started building over time. Oh, both teams here, Q patience is looking low. There's another back to HQ for Dummy Dumpling. See, Grape Pear is getting close to the end of their queue, but just low on plates and stuff to really be passing them all out. Okay, oh, everybody's seated. That was a little close. Now they just gotta get all these tables served that are wanting some pretty well-cooked steaks. Unfortunately, this is where instant ordering starts to hurt because they were already dealing with queue patience. Now they gotta deal with table patience being upset too. There you go. Seeing that teamwork on the serve, that was nice. Let's see. I was wondering if they were gonna grab that mop. There you go. Mop's coming in handy. Believe that's a soaking sink purchase from Dummy Dumpling. So going back to what they were doing earlier and just going back to what the other team was doing earlier, just between each reset, trying to do a little bit to sort of help the next one. Having that extra hob that they put back in this area. But buying the soaking sink this time, so just trying every little bit to help each day. There we go, they made it there. Now a day ahead there at Grape Pear. They're a discount or mashed potatoes. For of the sides, I feel mashed potatoes is probably one of the better choices of sides. But I don't know if it was worth it over discount, honestly. guess it's gonna cut the customer count down a bit, would be the reason. But when you don't... When money's not as big of an issue in turbo mode from at least some of the last couple rounds we've seen. Well, we'll see how it goes. Another hob coming into the kitchen area. Bringing in those extra plate stacks was for sure the right call. Let's see, unfortunately they don't have a research desk yet. So that's a bit of a tough time. Are they going to keep the potatoes in the pots there? It can technically be put there. Okay, nice. There we go. Oh, dummy dumplings. Definitely looking like they're doing a little better on their soups. It's still pretty tough, that extra course. Oh, there you have that plated, well done, ready to go is kind of nice. Just stumbling through some mess. Look at that. Now we didn't have steak and potatoes earlier, but we got back to steak and potatoes now. Heading back to headquarters again there on day 3. Tough day. I'm not sure what more changes, if they're going to try to adjust a couple more things, or if they're just going to hope that maybe some more lighter steaks get ordered again. It's not too many things they can really buy or do at this point now, and you bought most of the stuff that they had for you. They do have where that soaking sink is. Does affect that table to make it a little more messy. That rightmost table in Dummy Dumpling. So I know they were getting a little caught in the mess. We'll see. We'll see if it's worth it. Because sometimes that little mess debuff can be worth it if you use that sink often enough. So having a close proximity to the table should at least boost a bit of their use. Okay. Go getting that, Cody getting that little bit of mopping in is nice. Just cleaning up the mess as you go. Especially with those little water stains from the mop, making sure mess doesn't spawn back. So it gives you that little bit of extra buff too, that just not everyone notices that mops last that little bit longer. There you go. I'm seeing a little bit better RNG with some of their steaks. I feel like I've seen a lot of either well done steaks coming from Grape Pear or rare steaks. Not as many mediums today. Hope as we see them cook a medium. Unfortunately, I think he was cutting it close. But yeah. It's a little hard to tell sometimes. Especially with that little hidden progress. Here we go. And that scoop of potatoes to the left. And there's... Cody's really trying to... I mean, I call it a little bit of... There's times I've called it like scumbag in the dish, but just trying to pick up the food that second or so before the bar's really full for it. It's real hard to do when you can't see the progress, but just every second counts in these runs. As they finished up day 4 with... Let's see how it's going there. Dummy Dumplings coming a little low. I think they might be heading back to HQ again. Okay, there we go. So, I think that they're definitely having some harder card choices right now than... I feel like Grape Pear just got a pretty nice one. Getting tipping culture, where you'll sort of get money instead of just based on the food, you'll get money based on how much patience they had left. So if you can serve people fast, That'd be nice. And yeah, they finally got that research desk too. See, I mean, there's a. Is that also a workstation they purchased? I guess that'll help with potatoes. Oh no, it's a tray stand. Okay. Even see. I wonder. It'll be a little harder on plating, but I guess just being able to grab 2 steaks at once could be pretty helpful, especially with the way they have some of these tables sitting pretty far from them. No, I haven't really seen people trying to do everything in the dining room yet. With such a weird kitchen and such an odd spot for the door on this daily map, I do wonder where they're hoping to keep some of these things. Ooh. Yeah, okay. We're getting a pretty good flow looking from Dummy Dumpling today. They know the soups they need. They're getting a lot of rare steaks ready to go on the pass. Just getting yelled at these mediums. Okay. Oh, squishing together there. Ooh. So far in the long run, these groups have been still getting their $10 they've been requesting. Sleeping Boop. Oh, that's an old one. Go. Dummy Dumpling does have all their customers outside. It is a lot of single people there, so we're really gonna hope they can push through some of these. Guess most of the doubles and earlier customers and group count really came in early. So ending the day with, what was that, like 6 or 7 single customers? Could kind of help, especially with some of the dishes being a little slow process right now. There you go. Let's see, it's kind of a little close on patience. They need a lot of steaks cooked real quick here. So, no. Oh, they missed the table. I don't know if that's gonna hurt too much. There is a medium steak ready. Oh, and a couple rare steaks ready. Let's see if they can make it in time. Oh, barely. Sitting on red. Both teams getting those doors outside sitting on red. Let's see, I mean, that coffee table's nice and all. It's definitely a lot of patience is hurting. That red bar's getting real low. Oh, and that's Grape Pear finishing near the end of day 5 is unfortunately there. So yeah, that patience bar can just only go so far. It's Dummy Dumpling. We'll see if they can catch up to that. They're having a little hard time on day 3. Let's see what their card's gonna be to get them up to it. I don't know if you guys do want to chat a little bit too, if you can unmute, or if you do want to post anything in chat. We have about 36 minutes left here, so we'll see if they can pass you. We're just gonna type so that we don't forget. Oh, we can highlight this too. That's fine. Let's see, they're taking a little bit of their time now. They know they have a goal that they need to hit, so they gotta finish the next 2 days here to really pass them. So they got 35 minutes left to go to do it. We'll see how they do. Yeah. Oh, let's see how we can do here. It's just one team trying to pass day 5. See who's gonna be moving on up. Go. Got 34 minutes, 15 seconds. Okay, they took a fair bit of time there setting up, but taking that time to organize yourselves for these onion rings seems pretty worth it. Pop that down if we don't need it anymore. Go onion rings. You gotta watch a little bit more than steaks because they do burn pretty quick, especially if you're gonna be using those stoves a lot. That little tighter proximity now, especially with the flour too, you gotta be a little careful of mess. But I guess having that scrubby brush down for service is gonna help with your messes down there. There we go. Guess they're gonna head back to HQ. It was a little interesting flow to start it off. We'll see, maybe they'll do a couple changes to get it boosted up. Let's see, was that yeah, there's don't know what's changing. Oh, maybe they're gonna probably put the flour to a better spot to reach. There you go. That should work well. Oh, they need some water for the soup. Perfect. The steak fridge is a little bit farther feeling than before. We'll see how it goes. Oh. We have a fair bit of ways to pass stuff to each other though, which is nice. Say they do have that conveyor sitting there where if they do take some time at the end of this day to try to pass it in between, it could sort of give it a little extra way for the kitchen to share some extra stuff with all the soup pots, onion rings, and different steak types. Just getting stuff to those tables. It's gonna start to feel a little harder. Oh. There we go. There's the 2 rares. So they're doing pretty good on this full pot of meat soup. These changing orders, I know, pretty sure they took that card early on. Not sure if we mentioned. So pretty interesting seeing how they flow in and out. Some of them have been lucky, especially with a display stand. Sometimes you get a little lucky on the order changes. Let's see, oh, do they have that second onion ring? Oh, that was right in the sink, you know. Nobody needs crispy onion rings. There we go. Let's see, they are again. They're using pretty much every appliance and thing they've purchased so far. Or like in their kitchen area to say. Like that soaking sink's gotten some good use. The scrubbing brush is getting good use. And I don't really see, those hobs have mostly been filled cooking. There's one that sometimes has soup. But otherwise those hobs are really getting some good flow. Just get post in here so I don't forget to in the time. Go. They got everybody in, and there is 30 minutes left to go. 30 minutes left. So there we go. It's looking like they're getting... Would hopefully do pretty well through this day. They got that outside queue, which was the thing that hurt them the most. So they can really just take it pretty slow, or not take it very slow, and just pop through these orders quick. And so, and with the scrubby brush, just walking through some of these messes here. There they go. Oh, no, bring it up. Oh. Yep, there's a fair bit of well done steaks sitting around, but they don't need those. Just waiting on some onion rings. I think, yeah. So, yeah, one more onion ring and one more medium steak, and they're doing pretty well. Oh, look at that. They're even going to get a clean plate for it. Wow. Oh. Passing the onions around. Here we go. There's day 4. So, at this point, the teams would be tied. They got to pass this day to take the lead. So, right now they're sort of catching up to tie. They have more mess. Oh, they're taking mashed potatoes. Yeah, 7 groups plus 6 for the rushes now. Okay. Sides are definitely a pretty good boost. Oh, getting a power sink out of that system too is nice, but they gotta be careful. They still need that sink for soup. Okay. And another blueprint cabinet. Okay, they're getting putting themselves in a pretty favorable position right now. We'll see how they do. They do have a little bit more prep work and such to do through the days though now. Just trying to find a spot for potatoes that isn't going to inconvenience them too much. Okay. Yeah, just taking their time, putting stuff in places that work well. Okay, there they go through the day. Yeah, the 2 soup pots. And the mashed potato pot's getting a good head start. I'm a little surprised they didn't try to go for some re-rolls, but I guess they had a fair bit of stuff in the cabinets and things too. So I don't know how worth it to re-roll for some items or what they would really want from this. Maybe a portioner or mixer could kind of help in the long haul, but the workstation in the cabinet's gonna help, and a danger hob for soup is pretty nice too. So. There you go. Oh, look at that. Using a toilet brush in the mashed potatoes. I mean, those extra bristles really trying to get all the lumps and chunks out. There you go. Yeah, they really gotta watch some of these order changes now, though, too. I do have that rare steak there. Look at that. Ooh, sitting and waiting for... Oh, never mind on those well dones. Just watching order changes is so nice when you're not the one having to panic that you give the wrong food or that you're holding the wrong dish. It's real nice here. Bound up in next to you. There you go, passing those raw onion rings back up. Do need them cooked. Let's see, look at that. That queue outside isn't the happiest with them. With a couple groups on steak orders, or on soup orders. Alright, I gotta... There you go. It's getting a little close. That queue Patience is still pretty high with a lot of new customers sitting in. We're gonna see if they can pass day 5 here. Here's the soups. Oh, they need those onion rings fast. They're getting made fresh to order. There we go. Ah, yeah, that's gonna take the return to HQ. Okay, they were doing pretty well there. They had a pretty good start. We'll see. You know, pop back in. They still have 24 minutes and 30 seconds to go. So, we'll see how they do. I guess both teams made it towards the end of the day. It's just unfortunate that they got this one's trying to make it through the day to get this. See what they're gonna get out of the research today too, because it might be different. Nope, still a danger hop. The RNG does change technically when they reset to HQ. Yeah, now they got a freezer this time, which I guess it's nice for mashed potatoes to get the freezer, or it's even nice for a stock pot to try to freeze a full pot of soup for the day. Could be pretty nice, but I don't know if it's better than a workstation. They do chop a fair bit of onions. Oh, they need that soup up pretty quick here. There you go. That was a little closer than expected. Actually, some tables just really like the soup today. There we go. There's a bit of a queue out there with a couple more groups popping in. But they do have their sort of last rush all lined up. Ooh, trying to get those plates in the corner. There they go. Just having those little onion rings. Everything in a little bit of a silly spot sometimes, but if you can reach it, that's what really matters when you're trying to serve this quick. I'd say it's not the happiest with them, but we'll see how they do. There you go. They just need to get that well done served. Beautiful. All the customers are in. Should be pretty smooth sailing. See, there's a couple of close calls here. There's some tough moments for sure with steaks. I haven't tried peeking around. Yeah, I know a lot of groups are in the lobby. I'm pretty sure that's like a 3, not much setups. It really takes a lot of good RNG to get this to this distance here. Oh. Go coming towards the end of day 5. They should have almost everything they need ready to go. That should be, I'd say there's about a little more than 20 minutes left. but so as long as you can serve this customer, I was just gonna wait to say, there we go. So that does put y'all to the next round. I'd say y'all are welcome to continue if you'd like. There's 19 minutes and 40 seconds left. So if you want to keep going, just to sort of brag towards some of the other groups that are going. But you don't have to. You made to the next one. Just plus twos. Go. I don't know if you guys can unmute if you want to, if you want to chat. If you want to burn the place down, you're more than welcome to do that too. But yeah, there is some close calls there for sure. Like I say, you can keep going too. I'm gonna limit you there. There you go. Yeah, nice job there, Cody. You guys did pretty well. It was definitely some close and tough parts along the way. Just yeah. I was watching those patients and just really hoping you were gonna hit it. Interesting to see some of the little setup changes to go along the way here. There's definitely a little difference in gameplay between the teams. Yo, Cody's team was really going for a lot of open space. Well, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of teams just trying to close off and this is what I do, this is what you do. Where it can help a little and it can hurt a little bit because having nothing to do at some points or having too much to do can really affect how the rest of the days go. They missed the onion for their pots, but that's okay. And there's the potato. This does give us a little time in between things too. Okay, perfect. I believe Monica's just updating the brackets there that you guys I do love that you took that time to decorate the walls. I mean, we really appreciate that every little bit of decoration along the way. It's just real nice. Gonna take a peek here too. I believe in the announcements. Here we go. Let's see if we can take this up. Oh, here we go. I can take a little peek here. There's 16 minutes left to go. Nice sort of seeing how the brackets are going. Dummy, oh, okay. Dummy dumplings are gonna be going against crazy chefs next. Okay, it's nice to see where groups are going. Let's take a peek up a bit because we should be. Oh. Hi, Monica just posted. Okay, you guys are gonna go to lobby 6. They ready? I can give you a bit of time to keep going if you'd like, though. think they're in there, but they can take a little bit of time because you got 15 minutes left to go. Oop, I got a big boob somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Ah, here we go. There you go. I might have minimized it. There you go. I might have missed the ending of there. We were looking at the leaderboards, but GG's there. I know you guys, we might be moving down or moving up to lobby 6 for the next round. So if you want to go up to turbo 6, we could take a little break in between if y'all need, because I know it's been a little back to back. Oh, so if you want to take a couple moments and then we can head on up to there. Perfect. Whoop.